My name is Ella Payne, and my role is the VBS director this year. We raise an offering every year, and we dictate what ministry that we support that it goes to. And so this year, our theme was Ready to Run. We have a big group time where we have a skit and music and a little brief review of the lesson for the day. And we put them in two groups. And so the first group, we dictated with one runner, and the second group, we had another runner. We decided to do it the first group versus the second group. The first group was younger, so it was basically the 2s and 3s all the way through second grade. And then the second group was 3rd grade through 6th grade, so we had them competing with each other on taking up the offering. Never in a million years did I dream that they would take so much ownership and leadership of this. When we talked about bringing an offering, we want to raise money, and you can do it different ways. And the very next day, that was on Monday, and Tuesday, there was a huge group of kids that set up a lemonade stand in their neighborhood in Northeast Jackson and raised money. Neighbors driving by, and they told them, we are doing this for Vacation Bible School. We're raising money for the ministry that we have deemed it for. And they brought in almost $500 the second day that we're taking up the offering. And it blew everyone's minds, but it gave the other kids sitting there hearing this an idea. There were lemonade stands popping up all over Northeast Jackson that week to raise money for the offering. Not only were we giving money to this organization, but we were also giving them different materials. It was a camp, and so we were doing notebooks and pens and pencils and water bottles, the things that the camp director had said they need for that week. And we had during that week church members calling and saying, hey, how many notebooks do you need? How many water bottles? Is this good? They were sending pictures. The whole week people were doing that. And it's just the Lord's generous spirit inside of other people where they want to give back because He's given so much to them. The camp director came and spoke to them on Friday, and she was in tears when we gave her the check. She said, I never thought we would ever get this much. And then she said, and on top of that, the supplies you gave us. But she said what made her the happiest is the 6th graders, they each wrote an encouraging little note card. It may be a Bible verse, and say, we're praying for you, and put it inside. They're like little backpacks for the campers. And she said that meant more to her, knowing that these kids were actually praying for and encouraging campers. When you are giving these things to bring glory to God and you're not looking for recognition, this is what God has called me to do, and He's going to take this and use it for His kingdom. God is always at work. Whether we feel it, whether we see it, He's always at work. Like the person next to you is giving, you want to give, the parents get involved. Grandparents came up and gave money, because when you hear other people talking about what God is doing through them and how they want to give, it makes you want to give too. Wow, if these kids during a week of VBS can do a lemonade stand and bring in this money and help other kids, and that contagious spirit would catch on, that maybe if it's just one family saying, you know what, on Sundays or Saturdays, I'm going to invite people into my home and have a meal. Especially in a large church, we have so many people that can cook and can sew. This is it. This is the plan. There is no plan B. It's the church. It's the household of God. And just being generous among the people and just encouraging one another to keep on and running the race.